Well, this is a very different beginning to a spearfishing video. As you can see out of the window here, I am in a city. This is Dubai. I've just been picked up by Nadeem at 6 a.m. We're just picking up my trusty old friend Corey. Miss him a lot, so I'm really looking forward to seeing him. And then we're going to pick up the boat. I'm not quite sure yet what the plan is. I might ask Nadeem in a minute. My third attempt at catching fish abroad. Turkey and Norway didn't go really that well, so very excited today.
Right guys, so we're heading to Abu Dhabi. We're en route. Where are we going to head to, Nadeem?
I'm assuming wrecks. There's a whole bunch of wrecks, and most of the wrecks in Abu Dhabi, they're shallower than Dubai. So probably between 18 and 22 meters, 24 meters, I think would be the deepest one. So, but they're about 50 kilometers offshore, so it's a long way out. And the drive as well, that's another hour and 20 minutes till we get there, so got a long way to go.
There he is.
Hey, doesn't look so bad.
Oh, get no.
Get 5.
So we finally made it to the harbour here in Abu Dhabi. Beautiful boat, has twin 350 engines. Water temperatures 29 on the top, 23 on the bottom. Couldn't be keener really. Apparently there could be Spanish mackerel, grouper, so very excited. Made it to the first dive spot, 50 kilometers out to sea, 20 meters of water. Let's see what we can find.
One of the reasons we come so far is the whole bottom is flat. It's sandy bottom and there's no structure. So we got to keep going out till we find structure. So it's mainly wrecks that we dive on. Right over here there is a pipeline that, from what I understand, extends from Abu Dhabi all the way up to Qatar. And we're going to dive around the pipeline, see what fish are hanging around here.
Nadeem very kindly showed me the way to the pipe, which lay on the seabed in 20 meters of water. I could immediately see how structure like this holds so much life. On the edge of the visibility, I could make out the first takeable fish, a grouper.
That grouper just in front of us on the left.
Yeah.
That was a smaller one?
That's a small one. There was 3 of them on top. How many do you see?
I saw one on like the left side.
Yeah.
Then I saw lots of this stripy green with the yellow band.
On my next dive, I managed to land perfectly on top of the pipe, and I was about to catch my first tropical fish. Despite being a headshot, the grouper managed to wedge itself right down onto the pipe.
Through the eye. Thank you, mate. Thanks for that.
He kind of whipped himself under that pipe into a rock.
Yeah, I saw you pulling hard.
Yeah, I yanked him out.
Thanks.
Of course.
I certainly wasn't the only one to take grouper on this first mark, and Corey had landed an absolute belter.
A nice grouper.
You got a belly.
We'll have that for dinner.
You got a belly. Wait.
It was a short motor to the next spot, and we could actually see the fish in the water from the boat.
Yeah.
Jumping over the side, I was amazed to see eagle, rays and barracuda just ghosting around underneath me. A quick breathe up, and I was down on the wreck in 20 meters again, surrounded by amazing numbers of fish. you can just make out this pretty large grouper just cruising around here, I actually decided to leave him and try and focus on a different species.
Cherry that big.
On my final dive on the wreck, I decided to do a longer aspetto on the bottom, just waiting to see what other fish might come in.
So there's a structure here, and there's a reef over there. So the kings are between that structure and the reef over there, hopefully, inshallah.
What's the depth?
15, 16.
15, 16 meters.
14.
Good. Nice and shallow.
Nice. Happy days. At the final spot of the day, we're looking for kingfish or Spanish mackerel. The structure on the bottom here had an insane number of fish on. You couldn't even see through them. I decided to do a bunch of dives, just mid-water column, hovering around to see if any big predators were cruising through to feed on these fish.
What have you got there, Mr. Pike?
There's my final fish of the day.
You've done it.
On the drift for Spanish mackerel, or mac as they're called out here. And
Kingfish.
Kingfish, sorry.
That's what they call them here.
They call them kingfish, and he was cruising sort of left to right away from me, and I put in a long shot and managed to pull him in. And I heard, according to Corey, these are very good eating at this size, so
They are, mate. Magnificent.
I'm hoping I can get this one on the table
And
very soon.
Joe, that's the only one been landed today by the pike.
Pure
Superb.
luck. Pure luck. Luck was on my side. Look at his teeth.
Yeah, they're serious teeth there. You really got to be careful.
After a hard day's diving, it was time to head in. The plan was to have some of the catch cooked at a local restaurant.
The fish are at the restaurant about to be cooked. So here you can see on the table in the Eden Al Bar in the restaurant here, all the fish is, well, not all the fish, some of the fish has been grilled up, fried up, and I've tried a little bit, but I'm going to have a bit more of the Spanish mackerel that I was lucky enough to meet this afternoon. It's absolutely perfectly cooked, and just do a quick taste test on for the camera.
What would you compare it to, Joe, in your experience?
It's really, really soft, delicate meat. It's quite oily. It is quite mackerel-like, actually. And I love mackerel, so I can see that why this was a kind of prize target today. I do have to say a massive thank you to Nadeem for giving me a bit of schooling today out there.
Nah, not at all, man.
He's an extremely experienced man, and it's great to learn from those more experienced than yourself, to be honest. That's what I really thrive off on these kinds of trips. Thank you to Corey as well, having me out here. Thank you guys for watching.
Yummy, yummy in my tummy.